Hello ladies and gentlemen, Riley from Cookie here again from another video, and this is going to be episode 2 of Road to the Elder Scrolls 6. This is a series where we talk about news and updates regarding the development of the Elder Scrolls 6, or whatever they decide to call the next Elder Scrolls game. Now this is going to be talking about essentially whether or not Elder Scrolls 6 is going to have a voiced protagonist. Now, the reason I bring this up is because, of course, Fallout, another series that is developed by Bethesda at the moment, has a voice protagonist in the latest entry, Fallout 4. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to have a voice protagonist by default. That's why I'm choosing to have this video as one of the discussions. When it comes to Fallout 4, it was pretty controversial when the news broke that it was going to have a voice protagonist. A lot of people were split. Some people liked it, some people didn't. And for the most part, I think a lot of people kind of just didn't really care, although there was that amount of people who disliked it, because they kind of like the idea of having, in a role-playing game, a silent protagonist, because it's supposed to be you. You're playing as you, essentially, and the idea of the character having a voice kind of made you feel more like you're playing a character instead of you are the character. So, Bethesda likes to do this thing where they see what works and what doesn't work. They're one of those companies that they really try to push out masterpieces. So if anything's wrong with an entry in their game, they're going to really look at it and determine what people liked. So if they decide to go to the route of having voice protagonists in Elder Scrolls 6, which again, I do not think they're going to do that, because I think it was just a one-time thing in Fallout 4, but if they did, the way that I personally would do it, if I want to be realistic, is, if you guys ever noticed in Elder Scrolls, each race seems to have a different type of accent. Like how the High Elves have British accents, the Dark Elves have Australian accents, the Nords have Scandinavian accents or Swedish accents. So I'd really try to, give each race an individual accent. But not only that, but don't forget that each race, or some of the races, have different voices entirely. Like orcs have the tougher, not normal sounding voices, because obviously they're much more, brutal. So it would be pretty interesting to see, if they went with this and they went with my idea, how many different voice actors they would have to get, or at least how many different recorders of each line they would have to get, because they'd have to record each line with an accent or with a different voice or something like that. So it would be a lot of work. In fact, it'd be like quadruple the amount of effort that was put into the Fallout 4. So personally, I don't think they're going to go with a voice protagonist. I think it was a one-time thing for Fallout 4, but if they did, I also don't think they would go with my idea of having, the different accents for the races and the different types of voices for the orcs. I think they would have a pretty normal sounding orc who sounds civilized, kind of like an Imperial or something like that, a Breton or Redguard. So leave your comments down below. Would you like to see a voice protagonist in the Elder Scrolls 6? Would you not? How do you think it would work? Just have a full-on discussion if you want down in the comments down below, because I will more than likely leave you a reply or put your thoughts into consideration, so to speak. So this has been Riley from Wiki Cookie, here again with another video in the Elder Scrolls 6, or Road to the Elder Scrolls 6. If you want to stay up to date with updates and different types of discussions regarding the development of the Elder Scrolls 6, or whatever it is to call it, then stay tuned, because these videos are bound to come, and in greater numbers. This has been Riley from Wiki Cookie, and I'll catch you guys next time.